I cannot believe this right now. This morning, first pump session of the day, we have a different schedule on Tuesdays, so I had to use my wearable pump, and look how much I got. Droplets. Lunch pump with the Mac Daddies. So, safe to say, these were the problem. Okay, maybe it's just coincidence. Maybe I didn't have enough water last night. I don't know. Either way, I'm convinced that these are top dog, and any opportunity that I can do that, I will, aka at 8 o'clock and 10:10. The problem is today, again, the schedule switched, and usually at 1 o'clock I use these now. So on Tuesdays, these will be used at 8, and hopefully I can still do my second pump at 1 o'clock with these. We're gonna have to see how it works. I don't know, it kind of always depends on our planning schedule. Okay, we got an ounce on the right side. And then there was an ounce earlier, by the way. And it looks like 5 ounces. In fact, it was 5 ounces. So we now have 6 ounces. Okay, I could not connect to my big pump at 1 o'clock because of our meeting or whatever. But just know, I used my wearables. I got 2 ounces, and my wearable was open a little. So I had leakage again. Love that for me. Now we're on to, I've done 1/2 of the drive home pump because I'm stopping at Sam's Club because I need gas. I just realized you're probably not going to hear any of this because I'm still connected to my car. And like a quarter on the right. So even with a little spillage, got 5 ounces, 4.5, 5 and some change. So, oh my gosh, this is actually like 5. So 5, 9, oh, let's make 5, let's make it 10, it's easier. Okay, such a math teacher, because I don't teach math anymore. Anyway, 5 plus 5 is 10, and that's about, I will count. What am I doing? 10 plus 4 is 14. And then I would say this half plus this quarter, it's really like 3/4, and then the quarter, so that's going to be an ounce. So 5, 10, 15, 15. And I only need 13.5, so that is an ounce and a half left over. Yes. That was way too much. I think I'm going to edit like half of that out, okay? Y'all don't need to hear all that. This is the leftover bottle from yesterday. This is what I hand pumped Sunday night. So I'm going to put the leftover in here so we can see how many ounces it is in here, and then bag it up and put it in the freezer. I will say, if I consistently start getting this many ounces, I might go up to the 5-ounce bottles to see if that will help with him sleeping through the night. But we need to make it a whole week like this before we do that. Because a friend told me that her pediatrician had shared that essentially babies need a certain amount of ounces per day or per 24-hour period. And if they're not getting enough during that daytime, that's why they're waking up at night and wanting it at night. And he wakes up a lot during the night. So maybe we'll try it. And if you're wondering why I don't just ask my own pediatrician, remember when I called him, when we were having all these changes in daycare and some issues with daycare, I called him and I said, hey, can you help me out here? And he said, well, in a normal world, when a person is hungry, they eat. I said, that's it. Because how dare you hit me harder while I was already down. All right, we've got 4 ounces going into the freezer stash. I'm actually going to put 1/2 ounce in here so that I can know it's a whole bottle's worth and then freeze it.